Hey everyone, before we get into this episode of the podcast, I would just like to let you know that if you would like access to the video version of this podcast, that'll be available over on my Patreon. And not only will you get access to the exclusive video podcast, you'll also get a handful of other pretty cool perks if you become a patron. So like I said, the link to that is in the description right below, and enjoy the podcast. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Yeah Okay Bud episode 4. We're back at it again with Mr. Ramen Noodle.
What's going on,
after
guys?
His uphill battle with
No,
type 1.
was it uphill? Yeah, uphill battle with fucking type 3 diabetes. No,
Yep.
that shit was that was horrible. No, guys, I tested positive for COVID.
You still hear it in his voice. He still's got it.
I'm dying, dude. No, it was uphill battle. So about what was it? It was like 2 weeks ago. My fabulous mother tested positive for COVID, so she was like, "You better test for COVID too, young man."
Yeah.
So I went to go to get tested, and lo and behold, I tested positive.
Yeah.
That night, I was like, I started to have a little cough. But then the next 3 days after that, I felt horrible. I felt like it just felt like a cold, but like a cold or like a flu, a cold, whatever. It doesn't feel good. You know, it doesn't feel good.
Yeah,
Like you're lightheaded, you have a headache, you just want to sleep all day, you have no energy, you're dehydrated. So for 3 days, it was like that. It was horrible, nasty cough. But we got through it. After the first 3 days, I felt completely fine. Like here and there, I'd have a headache, and then I just had a cough. So after the first 3 days, it was just that for the rest of the time, and then I would just slowly, have less of a cough and less of a cough, and less of a cough. And now I'm in the clear. 14 days. We negative, boys. It's good. We're killing it.
Yep.
Feeling good. Feeling great. I mean, I still have mucusy in my throat, and that's about it. That's it. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm.
Well, bowling now.
I made it. You know what I mean? I'm
a survivor.
I'm not another statistic. You know what I mean? I'm a survivor, dude. I'm not just another statistic. Is all I'm saying.
All right, so
take it seriously, though, people. Please.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Mike. Whatever.
So there's been quite a bit of stuff going on since the last time.
Oh, we're just going right into it.
Yeah. I mean, there's been quite a bit of stuff going on in the fucking world since the last time I seen you. Some personal stuff, some that we could talk about.
Yeah.
One of them being, well, we went out to get food earlier, so we talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
But, I mean, of course, it wouldn't be a podcast without talking about what the fucking main story is of going on.
Oh, my God. So.
These rich fucks.
Oh, yeah.
If you live in under a rock, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You got to know at least something about what's going on with GameStop, Dogecoin,
Oh, everybody
AMC,
knows by now.
These rich fucks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you got to know. You have to.
GameStop to the moon, baby.
GameStop to the moon.
It's going past the moon. It's going to Pluto, if you will.
If you guys are not out here buying, all right, maybe not GameStop, because GameStop's a little too high for some people to take a gamble on.
Yeah.
But it's just the principle at this point. We need to fucking do something to these guys.
Okay. Real quick. If nobody knows, you could probably Google real quick, but you probably do know. It's just that Wall Street Bets, this Reddit forum, they got together and they were like, we can fuck up the
elite billionaire hedge funders.
These hedge funds, because they're shorting all these stocks, beating these companies who can't do anything to the ground. And Wall Street Bets was like, hey, they're betting against the company. If we just buy into the company, it will go up, and they have to cover their shorts.
Yeah.
So, and then they make money from it, and boom, that's essentially what's going on right now. And tons of people on Wall Street Bets.
Real quick.
Yeah.
So a super simple version of it is these rich fucks buy it, essentially betting the company will lose. As us, the people, if we buy it and it goes up, they lose a lot of fucking money. Okay.
And then we make that money.
Yeah.
Or not, okay. The people don't make a crazy amount of money.
Some people do. Depending on how much you put in.
Yeah, you have to have the money to make the money.
Yeah.
But you can still make a profit off of it, basically. So all these, it's just, this has spiraled into
a cultural movement now.
Yeah.
More or less.
And it's in the mainstream. Like my mom was like, "Hey Roman, did you hear about this?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I fucking heard about this."
I've seen people and their grandparents and parents being like, "Hey, what's this GameStop? How do I get in it?" And it's I don't know. It's a whole movement now, because we need to do something about these elite people who run this country and world. And we need to do something.
If it wasn't apparent already, And it's all great that people are making money. Like our friend has made like a
Yeah,
ton of
a
money
lot.
from this, which like I'm so happy for him because like he just deserves it. If
Mhm.
anybody that I know deserves it, he does. Um, but not just that, people just everyday people just like us, like working class, just people just trying to
Make ends meet.
yeah, make ends meet, just like create a future for themselves, have finally got this chance to get a crumb
Yes.
of the money that these elites have. Just a crumb. But it has shown that how corrupt stocks in this system is. Because these billionaires and these hedge funds were losing money, they told these what are they stock exchanges, not a stock exchange, these platforms, what would you call it, brokerages, no, told these exchanges, Robinhood and TDM Trade, and I think there's like a
Webull.
parent company.
Almost every exchange.
Yeah, they were like,
they shut them
hey,
down.
stop trading,
Yep.
stop letting these people trade GME and whatever else,
AMC.
whatever was being the shorts were
Targeted.
being targeted. You know, they stopped. I there's nothing I can even explain more. They told them stop the trading,
Because they were bleeding too much and they needed to get a handle on the situation.
but they still let the hedge funds trade however whatever they wanted.
The whole reason for shutting it down was to protect their losses and
Yeah.
figure out a game plan. And because these fucking exchanges are owned essentially by the fucking whales.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They literally control, like, not just the stock market, they literally run the fucking world. And some people still don't realize that.
And if they didn't make it apparent already, like I don't know what.
But
like,
you know what what the funniest fucking part is?
What?
They did it right in our face.
I know.
That's how desperate
that's
they
what
were.
I'm saying.
They did it right in your
They
face.
couldn't do anything else, and it's like I said, if it wasn't apparent before, it should be crystal clear now. Like AOC, was it Donald Trump Jr.?
Mark Cuban, Dave Portnoy, anybody. I think the Winklevosses are even on our side.
They were all just calling them out, and all these people from like different corners of the
The political spectrum
just
are
like-
actually coming together for the most part.
yeah, and calling this out for what it is, a fucking like just rigged system.
It's not even rigged. It's fucking illegal.
It's
Will
controlled.
they face legal action? Most likely not, because they're untouchable.
Yeah, and
Like Robinhood has 2 class action lawsuits, at least 1 confirmed one. That's probably not going to go anywhere. You can't touch the untouchable.
yeah.
So I don't know how we're supposed to fix this.
I mean, I did see that Congress wrote something about it, that they were going to do something. I don't know exactly. I didn't read it, so I can't speak on it, but essentially they were going to take action to do something. What that is, I don't know.
No.
But it's just hilarious how it's done in our faces.
Blatantly.
And not even just that. The people, there's these billionaires, right? There's only so many billionaires. And then there's these hedge funds. But the people who aren't even, like, scratching the bottom of these billionaires and these hedge funds are calling for regulations.
Yes, I know.
Why?
Dude,
they're like, even though they might make, say, a good amount of money, right? And they work for the hedge funds, and you're not the people they're trying to protect, but you're calling for regulations on.
Because they don't want us having any money. But I also think a huge part of it is, like, it's in their fucking head that, like, oh, we can't have them think they have hope, and like they're fucking with our money now. No, and we're gonna show them, and then we're gonna put our fucking foot down.
And that's what they did. They don't want anybody to even have a crumb. And the funniest part about this is that on Wall Street Bets, people post about it every day, like them making the money, and it's great. It's great to see just regular people make the money, and it's what I see is people saying, I could finally pay for my
student loans and shit. Yeah,
student loans. I can finally pay for my sister who's going through like Lyme. What is it? Treatment. Lyme's treatment, because she has Lyme's. Like, it's these people who finally get a chance to do something. They're swimming in debt, whatever it may be. They have these issues, and the only way that they could solve it is get in this crumb from these corporations who are just doing illegal shit.
Who have been gaming the system since the fucking dawn of the system.
Yeah.
Like I told you earlier, they're the ones responsible for destroying the economy in 2008, and nothing happened to them.
Yeah.
Nothing. How the fuck does that make any sense?
I don't
Like,
know.
how are we all so asleep at the fucking wheel? Like, this should bother everybody, no matter what fucking, like, what your stances are politically. This should infuriate all of us that these people are running us.
Mm-hmm.
How does, like, I don't know.
I think
I can't comprehend it.
I think you are seeing that a little bit. People
Waking up
uniting
more after this.
yeah, like in terms of like AOC and Donald Trump Jr. and like just people from who would just view the world differently are seeing this issue and like, oh, this is a problem. Like this isn't okay to do at all. So I think that's like a little bit of a wake up call, I guess.
It needs to be.
But I think the biggest issue, and I don't want to like take this on a side note, not the biggest issue, but like the reason why they have been like I think untouched for so long is the division between people.
It is
You know what
because
I mean?
they're the ones funding the division.
They're
They're buying all the politicians and everything.
That's exactly what I was
know.
trying to get to. Like they're dividing the people. The people who have the money are making sure that
They have everyone on a fucking puppet string. Like
Yeah.
the politicians are the ones responsible for the division, but it all stems from them. They control everything.
Mhm. But then people just need to realize
That's why I'm loving this, because people are finally starting to come together for at least one common thing
Yeah.
that we literally need to fucking figure out a way to get rid of.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they're literally destroying the fucking world.
And I think that's like one, and I don't want to get political, I'll reel it back after this, but that's like one big problem with the world is poverty. Like we have enough money to
This can get political.
No,
for,
I'm
like,
not going
I
to
know.
get too political.
No, I'm
but
saying like for what I want to say, but I'm not even going to
yeah,
say it.
I think because we have the world has so much money, or especially the United States,
Yep.
to fix like the homelessness.
Not
to,
even that.
to fix
Just Jeff
people.
Bezos does. Like,
No, that too,
and
but he's
Elon and like.
no, but just in general, like
I know.
we have just
We have
as
the
a
resource.
people, we have the resources. We have, for example, we have enough food. We as a country produce enough food to like fix the people starving like 3 times over. Like we have enough.
Well, I don't know about those statistics, but I know what you
Maybe
mean.
not 3 times over. But we have enough food
to make at
but
least
we
make a
don't.
dent on the problem. I
We
know.
don't. And why is that? Because they just want to make money from it. Those people
Yeah.
producing, if they're not going to make money from it, what's the point? Let's toss it out. So it all stems from these fucking people just keeping us divided.
Yeah.
If we just come together on one issue, especially
They-
this issue, we can just
They
like
won't be able to do anything. That's like the part that's, and they know that. That's why
Yeah.
they try their hardest to
to
like
stop. Well,
to
I mean,
stop
they
it.
kind of. I mean, like you were saying before, in a way, they kind of not won, but like showed
They
that
do
they
win.
have the power to. Even if we did come together, which on the GameStop
Yeah.
like stock that taken off, they did in a way because they literally froze it. They were like,
Yeah.
no, we're not gonna let you
That's
do
what I
this right
mean.
now.
But they still, like I said earlier, the ball is still in their court.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do something. What that is, I don't know how we're gonna be able to touch them and try to fix this, but we need to do something. And the first step is everyone needs to grow the fuck up and come together.
Yeah.
Like, that's as simple as it is. No matter, like I said, no matter what your fucking political beliefs are, this is a problem that everyone should fucking get behind,
Mm-hmm.
because it's causing a lot of the other problems that it stems from these fucks.
Yeah. I don't want to say it's just about the money, but in a way it is because it could solve
What
a lot
is?
of problems.
What?
Like getting behind the stock, just for example, like the GameStop. If we got together on things like that to sort of give people a crumb to fix their issues.
Yeah, no, I'm not even talking
Okay.
about necessarily that. I'm talking
Okay.
like I'm holding my stocks partly,
Mm-hmm.
even though, like I said, they kind of, the ball is still in their court. But like it's just the like the moral of it now.
Yeah.
Like I want to
yeah.
just like try anything
I think
to help
so
everyone
I think
to fucking fuck these guys.
thinking about that, I think that's the problem. Is once people saw GameStop, they were also like AMC.
Yeah.
They were also like BlackBerry. They're also like Nokia, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is it's good. Like you're finding like the kinks in the armor,
Yeah.
right? So you can bleed them,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I think people are too focused on the money
is.
aspect
It is.
instead of the sending the message
The
that
only-
we have the power to do that because you're separating.
You're
like,
diverting the attention.
Exactly. It's just people like, oh, I can jump in on AMC
Yeah.
and make the money here. Oh, I can do BlackBerry. you need it's starting to divide people. When you focus on the money,
That's
it
why it
divides
is.
the people. If you just come together, and that's why GameStop worked, because that was the first initial stock. Everyone was like, "Oh, we see this."
And the only reason everyone started diverting the attention amongst those other like stocks is because it hit mainstream media, and then everybody knew about it. So everyone got the FOMO bug, and they were like, "Oh my god, I saw
Yeah.
GameStop up 1,100%. I
Yeah.
gotta hop in the next one. What's the next one?" And you got people like David and Mia Khalifa tweeting fucking AMC, AMC.
Yeah.
So then everyone's like, "Oh, that's the next one. Let's go to that."
Yeah, and that's like part of the problem is you're focused too much on the money, which again, that's why I said like that's a good thing. It fixes people's problems, but that's not the point.
Yeah.
Right? The point is obviously to bring the attention to like mainstream that these elites are doing this, like scumbag treating the stocks and
They're
our
treating
money as a game.
our economy to them is a casino.
Yeah.
That's literally what it is. Like the stock market has fucking like almost zero correlation to the real world. Like during the like, look at this.
No, it just shows it clearly. Like, obviously, GameStop does not, like, the price right now does not correlate to the business, and it's not like the business can like save itself unless they like do a complete 360. But it just shows that these people just bought into it, which made the price go up. Elon just tweeting about it made the price go up. It has no correlation to the real world,
like,
more or less.
Isn't it funny how during supposedly one of the hardest economic times in history for us, that these billionaires are making billions,
just,
and the stock market was booming?
Mm-hmm.
How,
it had
how does that have any correlation?
No correlation to our economy at all. Which is, it's like this this theoretical economist shit that I don't know about that probably makes sense, but right now, like, that there's no correlation to it. Like the fundamentals of like them shorting the stocks, and we found the loophole to say fuck you, and that there's ways to do shit. Like that's like the theoretical part, but it has no correlation in way, shape, or form. And it's like, going back to what you said, it's insane that these people are making billions of dollars while
people are homeless. People are going homeless. People are killing themselves.
There's millions that I don't want to like misspeak, but we've probably have like over 1 million people unemployed right now.
Probably more.
I don't know, and I don't want to say this is the most, because I'd be lying if I said this is the most unemployment we've ever had.
Yeah.
But I think in a short amount of time, like, millions of people lost their jobs.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking insane. And again, going back to what we said before, they're playing with
our economy, not just the stock market, the economy.
And they're showing their strength by literally just stopping people from being able to make.
That was an act of desperation. And just the fact that they did it blatantly in your face goes to show you that, like, we did something that they didn't want us to do.
I feel like it does show that they don't care either, because they might have the power.
It was desperation and a fact of like, they're not going to touch us because we can't. Like those lawsuits to Robinhood probably aren't doing anything, aren't going anywhere rather. Maybe
not. I think it'll take the bigger guys to do something to them,
like Elon,
like Elon, like Mark Cuban, like
Bezos. I don't even know.
No,
like,
I don't think
Bezos.
I don't think he gives a fuck. I think he's in a league of his own, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
But no,
I think he's
what's
with
his
them.
name?
If I had to guess, just by the way he seems.
Say anything. Yeah, maybe. But I'd say Dave Portnoy. He's not a huge like. Whale. I don't think he's Mark Cuban.
No,
right?
He's not a whale, but he's got money.
He's got a voice too, and he's got a platform. I think that's the biggest thing. Once you get more of these
figures.
Yeah, the
public
figures to say something.
Yeah.
And if they have like something to back them, like Mark Cuban has like something to back him. Like Elon, if he said something, he has backing, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you get more of these people to come together, even AOC and like them, like Paul, if you get these people to come together, like actually come together, and do something about it, I think that's when something can happen. Something can move. I'm not saying it's gonna fix the problem, because I feel like
it all starts with that. Like, we need to fucking get our shit together and come together. That's the only way we solve anything. Anything, not just this, just anything in the world.
But yet again, it comes down to they're still divided.
They're manipulating everything.
Yeah.
They literally manipulate everything. And I love because Dave's is petty as he can get, as you can get rather. Ever since Robinhood announced that they shut down trading, he's been
railing them.
he's been going at them all day, every day, calling for prison sentences.
Has he?
Tweeting at the creator of Robinhood, "You're going to fucking jail time," like just
Dude,
constantly.
As much as like people, you can say what you want about Dave.
Yeah, but he's a good guy. Like deep
Yeah,
down,
I think
he's doing what the politicians won't do right now.
Yeah,
with the Barstool
oh,
Fund.
definitely. Yeah, he's representing Massachusetts, the man,
Mhm.
the man, the myth, the legend. But I think if more people did what he's doing, more public figures did what he's doing,
Yeah,
I think then it would start
moving the needle a little
it
bit.
would just start a discussion, not even move the needle, but start a discussion on what talking in terms of those people who can do something. What do we do?
Yeah,
Let's come together and do something. What do we do? Not even just moving the needle, just having the conversation, right? That's the most important thing. Because if you're still divided on these things, there's not going to be conversation. The needle's going to stay where it is, and I don't know.
I mean, it's also the fact that these fucks are calling. Of course, when we mess with them, even in the slightest, now they're calling for regulation. They haven't wanted regulation for all these years when they're the ones doing it. As soon as we even make a fucking fraction of a dent, now they want regulation.
Oh my God, there's this.
Like I told you today, this is probably going to affect the way the stock market is forever.
Oh,
and
definitely.
We probably won't be able to invest in the next 5 years.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. They literally just made it open for, and that was Robin Hood's whole thing, was for the people.
That's what Robin Hood is. He steals from the rich and gives to the poor.
Yep.
And that's what Dave said. He goes, "Oh, they're doing the fucking opposite right now."
Oh, fucking Dave. That's literally what I never thought was gonna happen. Because I know obviously it's self-explanatory, Robin Hood, but just the point behind it, like that's just a name, but the point behind it is how they marketed it as like.
What for you?
Yeah, we're for the people.
No,
We'll
not really.
like
fucking idiots.
you can do so much for the people. We'll let you do fractions of stocks. We'll let you do fractions, right? And
and that's all their excuses. All these platforms that shut down and everything, and all the big guys, even the whales. Did you see the video of the whale who went on fucking CNN, CNBC or something?
Wait.
And he was crying about. He was literally like whining.
The
saying,
old
like,
bald dude?
Yeah, and
the white guy with
I think
glasses.
so. And he
Dude.
was saying how like it's just these people sitting at home with their stimulus checks, don't know what to do with their money, and they're attacking the wealthy.
Yeah.
Fucking
dude, oh
fucking
my
idiot.
That
dude.
I was literally like,
fucking never wanted to choke someone out
dude,
more in my
5
life.
minutes ago I wanted to bring that up if you saw that video.
I didn't watch it in its entirety. I seen that like snippet of it
Dude,
though.
there's like the comment section that is gold. I forget. It
Oh
was
yeah,
like,
don't
it
come
was,
for our yachts. Like fucking idiot, dude.
Oh no. Oh my God.
Yeah, this is hurting people who have yachts, guys.
No, but like it's how, I mean, I'm sure he's like emotional because maybe it's affecting his money. That's probably why he said it. No, but it's like it's so.
But he said it with like such disgust that like,
No.
oh, these average people are just going for the wealthy.
But that's like the whole thing. Like to think, oh, I'm gonna say that. That's what I'm gonna say on what is it, CNNBC?
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
He's gonna say that on like a public like.
Stadium, public podium.
Are you fucking stupid? Like,
He
how
is.
stupid can you be? Like, if I was, I'm just saying, like, if I was, this is like a movie, like stupidity. Like, if I'm the villain and he's the villain, you don't go on and say you're the villain, you fucking idiot.
But the
like,
thing is, like, I can like easily see those elites. They view us as like less of them.
and but
that's like his mentality.
that's
He's like,
even-
oh, these average people are like just attacking us.
But
like,
what exactly, he's calling like average people who don't. He's essentially saying you don't deserve money.
Yeah.
But like that is exactly like another perfect point as to why the people should just come together. They all view us like that.
Less.
They all just view you. They don't believe you deserve money. They don't believe you deserve a fucking crumb. And once you do, they're gonna complain and they're gonna do something about it and gonna stop you. But if there's enough people who come together, you could fucking do something and bleed them fucking try.
yeah.
You know what I mean? And the money will probably go to something better, like like paying for crazy, insane hospital bills that that have just been sitting there that you need to pay. student loans that you need to pay, anything.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And these people are just fucking hoarding it, and God knows what they're doing with it. Probably nothing. Just probably
No, it's
buying
going.
bullshit.
It's definitely going to paying off politicians, elite, like agendas
but
we couldn't
to
even fathom.
keep the money.
What?
To probably just keep the money in circulation. They want these politicians to do this, but like
They just use their billions to make more billions to
For
fund
what,
their agendas. Whatever their agendas is, whether it's evil, well, it most likely is evil. They just fund their fucking own bullshit.
You can literally just like solve like the
Listen,
homelessness problem. You can
listen.
solve the hunger problem that people are going through. It's mind-boggling.
Listen though, this is rational people talk. These guys are on a different fucking planet. And that dude literally spoke for most of them, which, I mean, I could have told you that they view us as like fucking not even toilet paper, whatever is less than toilet paper, like leaves or some shit.
Oh my God.
But like, trust me, us normal people understand what you're saying. They could fix a lot of fucking problems, but they'd rather keep it on their mattress. I don't get it either. Because you know what? That'd be less than half of a fucking % of their net worth. But even that's too much.
Nah, it's way too much, dude.
Even that's
they need
too
to
much.
pay for the 13th fucking mansion in God knows where in fucking Germany or where, I don't know, name some fucking weird, not weird, just name some fucking outlandish place.
But like, I don't want to make it sound like or like me, like I just hate on people who got money. I have zero problem with people who build their wealth from the ground. I'm talking about these fucking people who run the world.
No, I think it's apparent that we're not talking about. We're mad at people with money.
No,
or like
I could care less as long as you're not a fucking idiot.
As long as you're not like
a douche.
Calling people like who don't have as much money as you like pieces of shit. We even are just happy for people just like us making money. Like we have a friend who, again, we said this before, who made a lot of money from this, or like not a lot, but a decent amount of money, so he can invest it. He can do whatever he wants with it. But he like I feel genuinely. I honestly when I found out the news, I like texted him. I was like, dude, like that's fucking awesome. Like I'm so happy for you. Like do whatever you want with the money, but like of course be smart with it. But like man, like you definitely deserve it. Like I'm just genuinely happy when other people, just good people, just regular people, get like make it or just get
something
like I said,
good happens to them.
Exactly. I'm just genuinely happy. But like Mike said, we're not hating on people with the money. We're upset with these billionaires, these elites who view just normal people who have their own lives and their problems, who don't have all this money, labeling them fucking garbage essentially.
Not even that. More of treating us like fucking
less
chess
than, not
pieces.
even
like we're literally chess pieces to them.
Yeah.
And I don't. It's fucking actually sickening, to be honest.
I don't know. Just know that like people
we're the pawns.
No, I don't even want to view it as that. Just like
we're the chess pieces,
there's
baby.
people out there who just are just they're just fucking heartless. You know what I mean? Like I want to think that most people are good people. Like people have their issues, and obviously they grew up like with certain experiences. Maybe it made them like not so what's the word? Like when you walk like just in your life, you're just walking by people, you're like, oh, he that person seems like a nice person. Like, oh, why that person seemed upset. Like maybe they looked at you like, but didn't mean to look at you in a wrong way, and you just think of these things like, oh, that person must be this or that. No, all people are just genuinely good people. They just have their own problems, and just for like, and people should understand that, and I understand that. I want to think everybody's a great person, but then you see these like just evil people like looking down on everybody like that, not understand that everybody has their own lives, their own experiences, their own problems. Just looking at them as nothing is fucking insane to me. You know what I mean? And I think that's just another like thing to take into consideration. Like everybody has their own issues and problems, and just because they might not like go out of their way to do something for you, like that doesn't mean they're different. That doesn't mean they're a bad person. That just because they maybe have a different view or opinion than you doesn't mean like they're an awful person. Like unless it hurts someone directly, we all need to come together because at the end of the day, we're the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should just help each other and care about each other. And it's just, again, seeing like these people screwing us
Yeah.
essentially. I think it's just a wake up call. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Just like, come on, people. Like, we need to just care for one another and like just figure this shit out and just come together.
Yeah. All right, peeps. I think that covers everything. Well, not everything, but this main topic that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So thanks guys for tuning in to the 4th episode. We appreciate you. If you like this podcast, click that like button. If you want to hear more and see more, click that subscribe button. If you want the video version of this podcast, link in the description to the Patreon. Go over there, support us, helps us make videos like this and more reaction videos in the future. But yeah, thanks guys. We'll hopefully see you guys or talk to you guys in the next podcast.
And go listen right now. Go buy AMC. Go buy GME. Go buy Dogecoin. Not a lot, but just some.
Just some.
All right. We'll see you in the next one.
See ya.